Hey guys, good morning. All right, today we have Lives with Kristal Caywood, and here we go. This is what we're going to make today. All right, so let me quickly show you what we're making it from. How cute is that? All right, so that is something I got from the dollar store, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, that's going to be something Christmassy. And so this is what we're going to make it into today. So then it has the double purpose, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Just going to set that aside. It's a little bit larger. All right, so what I've done is I spray painted the back and just use white paint. So whether you spray paint or paint it, that's what we got. So I've already painted it. Otherwise, it's kind of like a cardboard color. All right, so we've already sprayed it. And so the first thing we're going to do, make sure if you're having trouble seeing, you swipe your comments to the right, all right? So we're going to go ahead and grab our paintbrushes, and I have some black paint, just basic black paint from the dollar store. And actually, maybe we'll start with just a pencil, and we're just going to draw that line across so we know where we're wanting to go. And you probably just want a little bit of a shape to it. Just a little bit. See, I just got my line across, and that's just my guideline for being able to paint it, okay? So that's where I'm going to start, just so then I'm making sure not to go over. So this one might turn out to be just a little bit messy because I'm going to be trying to do things with it still having wet paint on there. All right, I am not following my line very well. All right, go ahead, and we're just going to quickly paint that in. Just a medium-sized brush that I'm using. Of course, a large one would be quicker if you're just wanting to do a quick wipe over. All right, just takes a few moments. I'm going to try and do it a little bit lighter of paint, so then hopefully it'll dry a bit by the time we're ready to put our ribbon on. And I'm just using acrylic paint because it dries fast, and so that's a really big bonus with it. All right, just finishing that off. You guys can see that. And you can totally do, this is super versatile, so if you wanted to, you could go ahead and paint like do striped hat and make it more like a Christmas toque or a long cap. Just getting on the end there. All right, and that is done. Just touching up. All right, so that's what we're looking at. All right. And then I have some buttons, and so that's what we're going to use for our nose, for our eyes, and for our buttons down. All right, so let's see what I have here. I have some miscellaneous buttons. Just going to grab two and just kind of place where I'm thinking that I want them to be. Okay, just going to place where about. All right, and what you can do is if you're worried about not being able to manage it right, you can go ahead and grab a pencil or pen and put a little dot in the circle, and that will help you. So then, like, I'm just going to lift and place some glue. Get some more glue in there. Oh, I guess it's still in there. All right, so I got my placements. I'm just going to lift that one spot and put some glue in. But if you're worried about juggling it, you can go ahead and put those marks down so then you can see it better. All right, we got those. Then we're going to do the 3 down the line. 1, 2, and 3. All right, and just set my glue gun aside. All right. Take off a couple of extra strings. All right, so that's where we're at right now. As you can see, my placement wasn't that perfect. I always do a little bit awkward when we do our lives, but there we go. That's what we got started. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and do our ribbon. So this is just ribbon from the dollar store again. It's the same one we used on our craft the other day. It says Believe. I know it's backwards for you, but it says Believe. It's super cute. I thought it had sparkles, but it doesn't. I'm mistaken. All right, so this is where it's going to be a little bit tricky because the paint's not dry. But what we're aiming for is that we're going to get this across here. So you can go ahead and line up what the edge is going to look like. Okay, we're just going to do it across there. And make sure that you get a full Believe word on there. Just going to go ahead and snip that kind of close to what it's going to be, so then I'll just be trimming on the other side. Okay. All right, so it's still a little wet, so I'll probably have to re-glue it later, but I'm just going to do the line of glue where I'm going to put it. Then I'm going to place it. Getting a little bit of paint everywhere. Oh no! All right, so you definitely want to let that dry before you go ahead and put on your ribbon. But of course for the live, I'm trying to do it quickly. And you'll want to trim that up, or if you're not going to use the Halloween side again, you could go ahead and just wrap it around the back. But because I like the idea of it being dual use, go ahead and just trim it up a bit. Just lining it up with the edge of the wood there. All right, so then got a little bit sticking out there, but I don't trust the wet paint right now. All right, so that's where we're at. Okay, and we're just gonna lay that down super easy. All right, and this is a little bit of waist ribbon, so it's up to you which way you want to do it, but I am going to tuck it underneath just so then I can get the placement better and that I can see how it looks. So I'm just gonna put it down, do a little wrap tie. I'm just gonna tuck it under, pull it through and down. All right. Sorry, I'm getting too fiddly. All right, there we go. All right, I'm just gonna cut off the extra string. All right, and then we're just gonna glue it down, okay? Giving a little bit extra on those sides, so then it'll be easier to cut once we're done. So I'm gonna glue pretty close to the end. So right, oh, now I need new glue. There we go. So pretty close to the end, just about 1 centimeter in. Glue's still not coming out. There we go. That is a great big glob. Put one under the knot, so then you can place where you want the knot. And do your piece going down, so then it goes where you want it. All right. Just gonna tie that a little bit tighter. It kind of moved when I was doing the other side. All right, so just gluing everything down where you want it to be. Glue that down, glue under. All right, and make sure we're getting close to that edge again. Just gonna stick under. All right, and so that's what we're looking at. There we go. How cute is that? And we're just going to use our scissors and stick it in there because we left a little bit of a bubble, like I said. And we're just going to stick right in there so then we can reuse the other side, right? All right, that's looking real good. All right, and now this side, and there'll be lots extra on this side. I'm just gonna line up and snip. There we go, you guys. All right, and just gluing those ends down, making sure that we get it all the way to the end, so then it's not flapping everywhere. All right, and then, of course, we need our nose. We need our carrot nose, all right? So I'm using a little bit of a smaller brush there. It's about 3/4 of a centimeter there. And this is really easy. I know people get a little bit nervous with trying their hand at painting, but this is really easy because carrots aren't perfect, right? So you don't need to be too worried about it. So I'll show you how to do the carrot nose. So we're just going to do like a big C, or a backward C, I should say, or depending on which way you want to do it. All right, so we're just doing a C. Like I said, we're not going to be too perfect about it. And just make sure you're doing the kind of C motion, a circular motion, and that will give it more of the shape of a carrot. All right, and then plan out where I'm going to go out to, kind of bring that back in. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. As you can see, I'm changing the shape with every stroke. And then kind of just go back and do your little C's. I'm getting too particular again. There we go. All right, and then we have our cute nose. You know what? I think it needs to be a bit bigger. There we go. There you go. That's a happier snowman. So you can just adjust it how you want. All right, you guys, of course you can add more buttons and give them a smile, or use your paint and give them a smile or string or ribbon or whatever you want. So this is super versatile, but as soon as I saw it, I saw a snowman. As soon as I saw the pumpkins, I knew it was meant to be a snowman in the back. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you'd like to see more videos, you can add me as a friend here on Facebook or follow me. I also have a YouTube channel, so if you're interested in that, just let me know in the comments and I can give you the link. And I think that's everything. All right, you guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful time, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.